Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. We haven't done just a regular Amazon live stream in a while, and I might be a little rusty. Finally, I feel normal after having norovirus last week and just kind of recovering over that. You will see today. First, let me go over my tech. So, if you have any questions about any of the tech that we feature here, make sure to comment about them. But I personally use, so Carrie and I use different things. I personally use an Elgato face cam. I personally really like it. It's really easy to adjust. My only gripe is that I feel like I have to adjust it all the time, but that kind of comes with the territory. And then the other thing that I wanted to feature as well, and I hope you guys can hear me. I didn't actually test my sound. Oops, should have done that. Anyway, so the other thing too that I have is the Blue Yeti, and now, like I said, I'm a little rusty. So finally going on to Amazon Live here. So again, for those on the Amazon Live stream, if you didn't hear me before, if you have any questions about the tech that is up front featured, make sure to comment about it. I personally use Elgato Facecam and the Blue Yeti mic. It's some of my favorites. You'll notice too that I'm wearing these silly sunglasses, which I'm gonna have to take off. So especially for live streaming, because I'm not going to see the colors. So this one is a bleeding heart. I thought these were hilarious. And yes, it's not super witchy, but they're super goth and, they're awesome. Summer and spring, I'm a weird goth because I actually do enjoy the sun. I like hanging out in it and I like being in water. Anyway, so these are going to come in handy during summertime. I'm really anxious about it, or excited. So I got these really hilarious sunglasses to wear. So there's a 3-pack here. So this one's obviously red. Oh, wow. The adjustment is wild with these actually. So we have a red one, but here there's black too, which I think is probably better as far as like driving. The red ones make everything red. I mean, even my blue light that's on my speaker, it's actually purple. It changes the color. But anyway, so the black ones are great. I would probably suggest these ones for driving, just because it's just easier transitionally. And then we have, if you just want something really light and easy, we have the same ones. It's kind of hard to see, but they should work. These ones are rainbow bleeding hearts. Anyway, I thought these were great. I'll probably have these ones with me while I paddleboard during the summertime. I'm really excited. Yes, they're not as witchy as I anticipated, but that's okay. All right. So we're going to go through a couple witchy things, a lot of tarot cards and oracle decks, because I have a lot of new ones since we've live streamed since like Christmas time. And I'm really excited about it. Thank you, Carrie, for being awesome. Also, I think Carrie's on here. She must be because she types something, I think. Oh, no, maybe not. No, I don't have my things loaded. Anyway, so thank you, Carrie, if you are here. Anyway, so here's the first tarot deck I'm going to go over. I only briefly opened it. I haven't actually looked at a lot of these in depth, so I'm really excited to do that with you today. This one's called the Herbal Astrology Oracle. So springtime is coming up. We just cut our tree yesterday, so I don't know. I think that's made me really excited for spring and summertime. I'm just really excited to get to gardening. So I do have a lot of spring-oriented tarot card or oracle decks with me today. So this is the Herbal Astrology Guidebook, and this is by Adriana Ayales. I have not gone through this, like I said. So let's look at the back here. These cards are beautiful. So here's what the back of the cards look like. Very cool. Different animals, etc. We'll go through each card in a second. I just want to go through the book real fast. It looks like these don't have any photos. I'm actually shocked. A lot of oracle decks have at least a photo of each card, but this one does not. So let's kind of break this down. I'm going to do this with you just because I've not gone through this deck before. So this, again, for those of you that are just joining me here, let's see if I can hold this up simultaneously. So I just flipped to Sage. So that's one of the cards in here. It says there's an upright and reversal reading on here. There's the astrological rulers, so Moon, Jupiter. And we have just kind of a brief overview of where sage comes from, where it was used. Then we also have, let's see, what else do we have? Guidance. So there's a guidance section that talks about how to, when it pops up in your reading, what does that actually mean for you? So that's pretty handy. Let's look at the cards though. They're very beautiful. Here we have, and some of these I've never seen before or heard of. Apparently I need to garden more. So this is Babansana. Chamomile. Oh, I didn't even see there is a person there. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. See, this is called a Jurgen Sacha. See, I apologize. I definitely butchered that. I just got here. I like sage with chicken the best. Sorry, that was too easy and cheap. No, it's fine. Hello, Sean. Welcome to this live stream. It's not trivia day because trivia day is on Friday, but I just wanted to feature some. Oh, I can't feature that. Have to be PG here on Amazon Live, but I just wanted to feature some tarot cards that I've gotten recently. This one's fine. I don't care anymore. So this is the Sage card, actually. Beautiful art. I really do enjoy this. This is a Blue Lotus card. Hello, Alan. Yes, I know. It's been a crazy, crazy month. Our February was oddly insane for me. We've gone through a lot of family stuff, and I've been sick twice. I had neurovirus, and I had a severe fever and cold before all of that. So it's just been a mess for me. So I haven't actually live streamed in a while. So hello, thank you for joining me, and thank you for following me. Anyway, so here's Rue. I'll go through a few more of these. Rosemary. So because spring is kind of on the way, I wanted to feature some cool spring-oriented tarot cards and oracle decks and kind of witchy things, because I know, at least for me, especially yesterday, we trimmed our tree, and I'm just really looking forward to gardening and kind of getting things, situated in my house and in my yard. So I'm just really pumped about it. And then it's a good way to get back into being a little more spiritual or out with nature, because a lot of us, especially with snow, we just had snow last week. So, being cooped up inside, springtime's kind of the time where we can actually go out and commune with nature, if I were to be witchy. Anyway, so here is the herbal astrology. If you are interested in this one, it's very cool. All right, so the next one is less herbally and more darkly. So here is the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle. This one's interesting. So this is by Stacey DeMarco. It is illustrated. It almost looks like mixed media. Sean said, when you said trimmed your tree, for some reason, I was thinking Christmas tree. Actually, I still have to get rid of my Christmas tree. We were going to burn it for my birthday, actually, but we didn't get to it. So I'm behind on a lot of things right now. And then Alan says, I have a weird deck that is probably at least 75 years that somebody hand wrote into a tarot card deck. Whoa, that's really cool. I hope one day, Alan, you'll start live streaming and you could show us some of that cool stuff. I think it'd be hysterical. You could just have dad jokes all day long. All right, so here is the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle. It's actually on sale, 13% off today. It does have featured in this guidebook, there are tiny little photos that feature each card. For me, that's kind of easier to navigate the guidebook. But to each their own. There is an index here. I know it's kind of hard to see. My lights washed it out. So we have here the breakdown of each card. We have the duality of the cards. I'm not sure what that even means. It doesn't look like there's an upright or a reversal. Maybe it's just it's up to you. That's the great thing about tarot cards and oracle decks. Like, to each their own practice, right? So here is kind of the inside of the box. It matches the back of the card. Oh my goodness. Hello, Zeus. You would think that a Greek god, one of the most powerful of Greek gods, could probably predict their own future. I'm kidding. I cannot predict the future. So I apologize. And we got to be nice here, man. Don't be rude. All right, so here is kind of the sides of the card. They're really, really cool. They're shiny. And something that's kind of nice about this too, I know sometimes when they put like the gilded edges on there, the cards will sometimes stick together, especially if you're shuffling. These ones don't. So that's really nice that they've kind of done that properly. You'll send me $15. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't. Sorry. Oh boy. Hold on a second. My brain can't function today. Okay. So here is kind of how. No. I hate this. Okay. Sorry, guys. Hold on a second. I know. Hey, at least it's like actually not that bad. I've had worse. Okay. So anyway, moving on to this deck. So it's kind of actually more about shadow work, which I've seen a lot with tarot card decks, is that they kind of are focusing more on trying to, I don't know, work through some of our traumas and dealing with shadow stuff. So dark elements versus like all the vibrant stuff. So a lot of the cards are themed after that, including monsters and mythology or gods that are more on the darker side. So that's kind of cool. So I'll go through some of these, or even just like weird beings. So this is a Lumiere. I don't know what this is. I'm sorry. So clearly very ghostly. The Morrigan from Celtic mythology. Here we have Anubis from Egyptian mythology. Oh, Kali, so cool. These cards are really, really vibrant. I think they're more mixed media. Maybe they are painted. They might be. Here is Dragon. So something a little different. Dragons are in a lot of different myths. Hey, it's fine. You know, that's kind of the thing with live streaming, is that's always the potential of having someone really awesome jump into your live stream. Here's a Kraken. This is actually one of my favorite cards. It's such a cool card. And then let's see what else we have here. A Selkie. Interesting. What else? We have Shadow and Myrmidons. I'm not going to share the entire deck with you guys. I just want you guys to get a better feel. Sometimes Amazon does not have all, you know, not enough photos. Like sometimes they give you some really, really good ones, but you know, you're like, but is it going to be awesome the whole way through? So I just wanted to share a few of these. So this is the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle. Alan says, what do you call an owl that does magic? What? Now I need to know. Oh, Houdini. That's cute. I love it. Oh, man. Sean says, that's so true. I've been here for a while. Yes, it's fun dealing with the trolls. They are, sometimes they do crack me up. I can't help it. I know they're trolls, so I get it. All right, so this is the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle. It's interesting. It's kind of a cool deck featuring a lot of cool creatures. All right, let's move on to our next thing on this list here. I haven't actually looked at this one in depth. This is 25% off. And I was trying to buy this one actually for Carrie, but she ended up sending me the same copy, which is hilarious. And I was like, no, I was trying to give you a present. Anyway, it's the Phantom Wise Tarot. This is based off of the Night Circus book. This is actually by, Aaron Morgenstern. So it's going to be really cool. Unfortunately, I still have yet to read The Night Circus, and if she were here, I think she might be. She would probably kill me, to be honest. All right, so here we have all of our different cards. I do think they are all black and white. I do like that it's pretty simple. So there's not this lengthy paragraph or novel for each card. It's just very, very simple reading. And it doesn't look like there is an upright or reversal reading for the cards. It's just kind of how you want to interpret them. So if you wanted to make it your own, you know, if you wanted to do a reversal reading yourself, you totally can. So here's what the back of the cards look like. Just very ornate and beautiful. They are made with like a canvas. They are super easy to shuffle. Great quality cards. Very, very good quality. All right, so here we have Judgment. The art style is really interesting. It's actually, I think, done almost with obviously black and white, but I think it's marker. Here's the sun. Ooh, the moon. You can kind of see a cute little kitty there. The star. Wow, these are stunning cards. Oh my God. The tower. I love this. Let's see if I can get some of the actual suits. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I like that they've stayed traditional to, I think, the suits in general. Let me go further. I think I accidentally shuffled all of the Arcana together. So we have the Seven of Cups. So still sticking with traditions. The Four of Swords. I'm assuming they probably stuck with all of them. So we have swords, pentacles, cups. I think we've got them all almost. Oh, wands. That's right. And here we have the Four of Wands. These are really cool. And I feel like these are all scenes or references from the Night Circus book, or at least there's kind of a theme here. You could probably draw some conclusions. I do paranormal investigations with 2 other members on my team. What? Do you really? That is actually very interesting. I'd love to hear about paranormal investigations. Ooh. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and then I'll do one more here. The Eight of Cups. So these are really beautiful cards, all black and white. The quality of the cards are really awesome. Kind of a canvas. You can probably hear it a little bit. So it's really easy to shuffle. The cards are just, you can handle them pretty easily if you have tiny hands. So I know that's a problem for some people. My friend, for instance, she's always complaining that she has tiny hands and she can't shuffle a lot of tarot card decks. This one you can. So check this one out. This one is the Phantom Wise Tarot. It's very cool. I really like the box too. It's shiny. It's got that treasure chest look to it. Oh, I love it. Alan says, yep, I own a lot of the electronics they can communicate with. What? So do you do that full time? Is that what you do like just all the time? Or is this just a side gig? Did we go over this guidebook? You even have a recording of a spirit saying your name. I would be very interested in hearing that. I think that would probably creep me out. Do you think it's a good spirit? I'm curious. All right, so we're going to take a short break from tarot cards. I have some candles. I do have books as well with me. So I have a Palo Santo candle. So the reason why I wanted to... Good. Oh, okay. So nope, it's a hobby, just a job, or not a job. And yes, that one seemed that's good. I would only want somebody like a good ghost saying my name. I'd be very afraid if it was the other way around. Like, please don't. But that's a really cool hobby. What got you into that? I wonder if you had a paranormal experience when you were young. All right, so here is Craft & Kin's Palo Santo candle. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is that I own actual Palo Santo, but the thing is I don't want to burn only Palo Santo because it's actually an environmental issue. Sorry, I hope I don't get dinged on Amazon for that, but it's true. So burning too much Palo Santo is not environmentally friendly because you are reaping from the Amazon rainforest. So I opted for this candle instead. So the thing is, it doesn't smell entirely like Palo Santo, but hey, it gives kind of an essence of Palo Santo. Bring whatever you want to your practice, like I've said earlier, but just trying to keep things a little more environmentally friendly and trying to be more mindful of that kind of stuff, especially since the whole point is being more tuned to the earth, grounding, etc. So Craft & Kin does a great job. They have a lot of more earthy scents, I would say, versus like the really floral or fruity, crazy whimsical scents. If you're looking for something a little more, just something easier to meditate with, I do do highly recommend Craft and Kin in general. So check out their entire brand. But Palo Santo is really mellow. It's nice. I mean, I burned a lot of it in general, and I know I think it says 50 hours at least, but it's been more than 50 hours, I assure you. So check out Craft and Kin. It's a great brand in general. Okay, next, here we go. This is one of my favorite tarot card decks. It is the Tarot of the Divine, and I need to find it. Hopefully, hold on a second. Good thing I have my handy dandy tarot card box with me. 10 years ago, my cousin passed and he continued to communicate with me. Oh my goodness, that is actually very, very cool. I'm glad your cousin and you were that close that he was able to, there's like a tether that you are able to connect with. Sorry, I'm going to take a short tea sip. I found this mug, and I've always loved like glass. I don't know why. It's just cool. And I couldn't find this on Amazon last minute. I'm sure they have a bunch of mugs like this. I personally like these. So hold on a second. Oh, I've been trying to transition into tea. It's been a lot easier, especially after having neurovirus. There's no way I could eat or drink coffee. I would die. All right. So Tarot of the Divine. This is by Yoshi Yoshitani. I love her so much, and I love her stuff because she does a lot of the stuff that I do too. So she takes, the reason why it's called the Tarot of the Divine is she takes folk tales, myths, etc. from around the world and has made tarot cards out of them. So you can see the back is really, really pretty, beautiful teal color. And I'll get into this a little further, but again, they have the same canvas feel as that previous tarot card deck that I shared, which makes it really easy to shuffle and maneuver. And they're just a higher quality card versus the plastic shiny cards. Like sometimes those are great, but sometimes it can be a little cheaper. The canvas is awesome. So here's the guidebook. You can see all of the cards are colored in. There's 2 cards per page. Very short and sweet. So here you'll see on the very top, we have the myth. We have where the myth originates from. So this is Rapunzel. It originated in Germany. So it's a German folktale. And then we have just a description of the myth itself and kind of how it applies to each card or what themes are similar. I love that we can draw conclusions and make these things work. And then we do have an upright reversal reading, and it's short and sweet, just little tiny bullet points. So like the upright meaning would be like massive change, upheaval, catastrophe, rebuilding. And then the reverse of that would be feeling trapped, delayed, or delaying disaster, feel of pain, or avoiding feeling pain, that kind of thing. So short and sweet. You get a little blurb about the myth, and they're beautiful cards. So let's look at them. I love these cards so much. I could talk about it all day. I really could. So here we have the Page of Coins. I'm so sorry. My light is washing the color out. One thing Yoshi Yoshitani is best known for is her vibrant use of color. She uses, I mean, even for, this is a very dark story, obviously, but she still uses really fun colors, and her palettes are amazing. And I do like that she features myths from literally around the world. She doesn't focus mostly on European myths. That's something that tends to happen a lot. Like there's a lot of myths from Asia, Africa, even some Arctic myths. So it's a really, really cool deck for sure. I've personally learned a lot. And there is a book. You can get an additional book that talks more about the myths themselves, that is called Beneath the Moon, which I did not put in my carousel, but you can easily find it if you click through my carousel. Super easy to find. So this is the Hanged Man. Yeah. Also, make sure, by the way, since we're here, to let me know what kind of tarot card decks you guys have enjoyed in your practices. I do know that for many, many years, I only used one deck. And now it's only until now that I've actually started to accumulate other decks and started to welcome them into my practice. So I'd love to hear about your experiences as well. Okay, so that is the Divine or Tarot of the Divine. This is by Yoshi Yoshitani. Let me find the box again. Beautiful box. It's a great gift option, so that's something to keep in mind when you are looking at tarot card decks. People are really getting into tarot these days, and finding a tarot card deck that features maybe some themes or even pop culture references that a friend or a family member love and putting them together is so much fun, and it makes like a really great keepsake gift option. So keep that in mind. All right, let me move to the next thing. Oh, we've got a book. Hold on, let me put these cards away real quick, and then we'll move on to the book. I'm excited because I am ready to garden. I'm so excited for spring. This is the Green Witch's Garden book. It's your complete guide to creating and cultivating a magical garden space. And I think I'm actually going to do this year. Especially considering just some of the bad things that have happened so far in our family. I kind of want to do something good and see growth and, you know, some beautiful spaces. So I might take some time and read through this and create a fun witchcrafty garden. Not to say it's going to actually be magical, but I like the idea of creating something I could connect with. So we have a lot of things in here that are really great just for general gardening. It doesn't even have to be witchy at all. And there's things like eco-awareness too, which I'm really big on. So like how to use certain products, like inevitably you have to, especially if you're growing vegetables. It depends on where you live. You don't want pests to get on there. So there's a lot of things to keep in mind and that they talk about just in the very beginning of this book. But then we have some cool photos that I want to show you guys about how to craft a really cool garden. And then I'll share with you guys some additional photos. Here we go. So here we have an example of a garden you can actually create with the help of this book. It's called the Elemental Garden, and I kind of want to make it look. See, we have like the water, and they actually made like a cool, almost like a marshland. And then we have summer, spring, winter time. It's so cool. We also have ones that feature, there's like a night garden. Oh, here. I think I'm actually there. This is the moon garden, so different phases of the moon and different plants, maybe needing specific kinds of light. And then there's different plants associated with the moon. So this book is really helpful in helping you determine what kind of garden you might like. This is an astrological garden. So that is super cool. It'd be fun if I have to read through this whole thing. But it would be awesome to see if like each corner, each pizza slice will actually, you know, bloom depending on where it hits in the season or during the astrological timeline. I would love that. That would be so cool. Alan says, do you use dowsing rods? I do not. So I am not, I'm like witch light, if that makes sense. I'm not Coca-Cola. I am a Diet Coke. So, but I do a lot of witchy shows and I see a lot of cool witchy tools, and they make me really curious, but I've never actually, I just don't have a lot of time to do the correct research. You know, I want to be really good about when I buy a tool. I don't want to just buy it because it's witchy. I want to actually know what it's used for and use it properly and do the proper research, if that makes sense. So I'd love to learn more about it. Feel free to let me know, Alan. All right, so additional things with this book. So here, for instance, let's go back to that moon phase garden. It talks about different plants that would actually work with your garden and how you would want to plant, or when it blooms, how you want to plant them, in what kind of soil, etc. And then you can even go further. So this isn't just about creating gardens that you want to look at. There's also gardens garden tips in here about herbs and vegetables and even a succulent section. So it is very just plant knowledge. So we have things here like we have violet. It talks about violets and how to grow them, where they actually come from. And then they also have magical properties, how you can use them in your own magical practice, and even things like eating too. So not violets, obviously, but like lavender, how you can use that. And this is all in alphabetical order. I like that there's very beautiful illustrations featuring each plant. It's just really, really cool in general. If you want to do something different for springtime, if you want to approach this in a little more of a magical way, or creating your own little space outside and something that you can just kind of take a break from technology, go outside and be like, I'm going to hang out in my cool element garden. That's all I want to do. But you can also grow, actual vegetables, fruits, etc., all that kind of stuff. So check this out. I could talk about this also all day, and we'll feature this more in some live streams. So if you're curious, and if you just popped in, we'll be talking about this again. So this is called the Green Witch's Garden. All right. So Alan says they work for some people, but not all people. It seems to depend on your energy field. You can ask yes or no questions. Okay. I think that would be, that's a really cool tool. I like that. Leia. Oh, well, thank you. I think we all do. All right. So the next thing on this list, oh no, I didn't even feature the Green Witch's Garden in my carousel. I apologize. But anyway, you can find that in the carousel now. So we will move on to our next tarot deck. Thank you for bearing with me. So here we have the horror. Where is it? The horror tarot deck. So this one is definitely darker. So here we have, this is by one of my favorite artists. I love her so much. Oh my goodness. So of course I can't remember her name on hand. Abigail Larson. Oh my God. I don't know why. Okay. I didn't even need her. Okay. So horror tarot deck. This is by Inside Edition. So I think probably because of trademarking issues, they don't feature actual like iconic horror scenes or people that maybe are familiar to us, but rather close. So if that makes sense, and we'll kind of go through that a little bit. Inside Editions is really great with what kind of, or their guidebook. They have huge photos for your major arcana and long descriptions. And then we also have full color photo, well, not full color, but we do have colored photos for each of the minor arcana, and we have a reverse and upright reading for each one. Thank you, Thomas, for the follow. So here we have as well in Inside Edition. So one thing that's nice too, if you don't want something super lengthy and wordy, we have our wands, for instance, and just the reading. It's very short, very sweet. So if you wanted to do a really lengthy reading, like a 12-card read, it'll be like, way quicker than reading an entire novel. Those readings are fine too. I do those often myself. All right, so let's go through this deck. It's really fun. Here's the inside of this box. It's I really, really like it. The eyeballs and the spiders are probably my favorite, but here's the back of the cards. So they don't actually match. So let us go through some of these. So there is one gripe, and Carrie and I both will agree. Carrie is my co-host. The font is so small on these cards. I don't know why they did that, but they did give you like a little shine on the bottom. It makes it a little easier to read, but holy cow, it's so tiny. It's real small. I thought I was being a little crazy, but Carrie was like, no, it's real small. So the font is tiny on these cards. That's my only gripe about them. The art itself is great. I have to make sure to be careful because some of these can be very, very dark. I love the border around this. So let's move on to this one. Awesome Gargoyle. So like I said, it doesn't actually feature famous people, or like there's no Frankenstein, there's no like It, that kind of thing, but there's very similar characters throughout this entire thing. Obviously a werewolf, everybody can have, feature a werewolf. Here is the Hanged Man. It's clearly a corpse. All right, so here we go. This is Justice. Oh my god, this is cool. Abigail Larson does amazing creepy art. So if you are interested in, I guess, her art style at all, she does a lot. And I think she's actually in she might have, I might be speaking too soon, I think she might have done the Hocus Pocus tarot card deck, which we are going to feature a little later. But she definitely did the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot card deck. So great art. Here we have, this is the, what are you? 4 of Wands. See, it's very hard to see. I'll do a few more of these. These are awesome. I have yet to actually do a reading with this particular deck. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to check on YouTube. Oh boy. Okay, so Khalid on YouTube. I don't believe tarot cards and astrology, but I enjoy watching them. That's totally fine. I actually, I will confess, I don't necessarily believe in tarot cards either. I believe that they're a guide to help you maybe ask questions that maybe you might have not thought about, or just a helpful guide to get you out of your own head too. So I don't really necessarily believe there are magical properties to tarot cards, but you never know. Anyway, so here is some more, but yes, this is definitely a more brutal deck, and I couldn't share with you guys the more brutal ones, but if you are a horror fan, I would imagine if you're here, you probably do like a little horror in your life. Definitely check out the Horror Tarot deck and guidebook. This is by Abigail Larson. I think it's Minerva Siegel, and Minerva Siegel does a lot of tarot card guidebooks. She's pretty phenomenal. And oh my god, I lost my thought. I can't even remember what I was saying. Oh, whatever. We're gonna move on. I'm sure it wasn't that important if I forgot about it. Okay. So here it is again, Horror Tarot. And they have a lot of cool, Inside Editions has a lot of cool pop culture tarot card decks. Like I think they do Stranger Things, Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas. I think maybe the Alice in Wonderland deck that I'm going to share with you guys is also them as well. So if you are looking for something really fun, pop culture-y, that's definitely the place to check out. Speaking of Hocus Pocus, apparently that's where we're going next. This one's 32% off. Again, Hocus Pocus is like really, at least this past year, it was super trendy. This would make a great gift for somebody who loves Hocus Pocus. It features a lot of those scenes and characters. So let's go through this one, this Hocus Pocus tarot card and guidebook. Something that's fun too about Inside Editions that I didn't talk about is that Minerva Siegel has done a great job making different spreads that you can do that are actually themed to the actual deck. So we have like the Cat's Eye, we have the Sanderson Sisters or the Wisdom of Witches spread. So it's really fun, very cool. And again, Inside Editions, great with colored photos. Our Major Arcana has full color photos in their guidebook, which is very cool, very generous. This is the back of the cards. I honestly wish that there was actual glitter. I feel like that makes more sense. This one's really simple for some reason. The quality of the cards are great too. Inside Editions does a great job with just the cards are really durable, really nice cards. So here's what the inside of the box has. I love this, the candle. Okay, here we go. Oops, upside down. So this is the Lovers card. And I think this is also Abigail Larson and Minerva Siegel. It's definitely Minerva Siegel, but I think it's Abigail Larson as well. Here's the Magician. I'll go through this one pretty fast because we've gone through this one a lot during Halloween. Pumpkins. We have different suits like pumpkins, lightning. I think we have potions is another one. Here's more pumpkins. And here's more lightning. Hooray for lightning. What is the other ones? Okay, so here's an example of the potion suit. Very cute. Holy cow, I'm not going through this really fast. I am so sorry. I'm a little rusty with live streams. And then we have candles. So really awesome cards. These are all very familiar. Here we have Justice with all those Sanderson sisters lined up there. And then I'll do a few more of these. Strength, candles, and then the Chariot, Mary. Okay, so Alan says, when getting into the paranormal, it's important to learn from someone that knows a lot and can tell you how to stay safe. That makes a lot of sense. I would imagine that's probably, that's the case for a lot of things, right? You want to stay safe from and make sure that you don't make a mistake or upset anybody. All right, so this is the Hocus Pocus Tarot card deck and guidebook. All right, I gotta go faster. Oh my goodness, I'm so slow. Witch's Moon. Here we go. This one's a new deck that I have not gone through at all, really. So it is just, okay, so this is by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara, oh my goodness, Michael John Free. Interesting. So it's definitely got a gothic look to it. I haven't even undone. Oh, I must have missed a shoppable video for these too. Ooh, I know what I'm doing after this. So here we have our deck of cards. It's actually silver on the side. I love that. I haven't seen a silver gilded edge yet for tarot cards. It's always gold or red. Here's our guidebook, and not full color photos. They are black and white, which is totally fine. And since I have not clearly opened this at all, we have moon guidance, definitely different photo, or we have like a little haiku or poem, not a haiku, a poem. And we have, I don't see a reversal reading. We just have a regular reading and what it, sorry, scratch that. And different moon phases. So we have what phases each card is supposed to, what it's associated with, the goddess, powers, and ritual. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is kind of crazy. So what it says here, oh, we even have a magic moon spread here. I might have to use this. So it says how to use. Are you ready and willing to look to the sky and engage with the magic of the moon? Each card in this deck will illuminate the celestial teachings and practice potential of the moon's influence on your emotions, relationships, and personal power to bring about positive change in your life. There's a lot of, not a lot, it's actually kind of brief, but there's a lot of important information in the very beginning. So definitely read through this if you're interested in this. So here's what the back of the cards look like. Very simple. These are kind of large, so keep that in mind if you have tiny hands like my friend does. Here we have Rhiannon, Dream Weaving, the Old Moon. So a lot of oracle decks will feature kind of a brief, just kind of like what this card represents. Sometimes they'll have a small sentence that explains a few things before going on. And I appreciate that because if you're doing a very long reading, sometimes it's nice to just get in the flow and you don't have to look through the book and get each explanation. You can get something really small here. So this is New Moon, Intention. This is Moon Cakes, Gratitude. Cute. I want moon cakes. We have Moon Scrying. This is a gorgeous card. Oh my God. Moon Time. Beautiful art. I hope one day I can actually draw and paint my own tarot card deck. One day. Moon of the Horses. Moon of Ice. So it's all moon centric. Moon of Winds. I'll do a few more. Moon gazing hare. Oh my goodness. I like that he's kind of with you looking at the moon. It's cute because he's outside of the border. Here's a moon journal. I'll do 2 more. Moon essence. And then Witch's moon. What a good card to stop at. Magic and mystery. So if you have a deep connection with the moon and you enjoy witchy magic, definitely check out the Witch's Moon Magic deck. There's 48 cards in it, and there's a guidebook that goes with it. It's very, very cool. All right, something a little more upbeat and fun obviously is cocktails. So here's our next book. Spirits of the Tarot. So if you ever, this is something that's I wanted to do, is pull a card, just kind of do a spread. Honestly, it could literally be, what kind of cocktail should I have today? Spread. And then you pull a card and that's what you have. Tina from Facebook has a question. Yes, I am here to answer a potential question. Feel free to ask. All right, so here we have Spirits of the Tarot. There's 78 cocktail recipes that are inspired by the tarot. Let's look at this. I have not looked deeply into this book yet. I love these. I actually have the Tequila and Tarot book, and it's one of my favorites because I love tequila, and that's my drink of choice. So having a Tequila and Tarot book was just the perfect combination. We have a table of contents here. You don't have to do tarot, but you can. Let's look at the photos because this is exactly why we're here. We have a Stand Your Ground drink. This is for the 7 of Wands. So if you pull a 7 of Wands in your thing, that means it's what you're going to have. This is Liquid Ambition. Is that a pretzel? No. This looks good. I feel like everything in here is an actual cocktail. And if you wanted to make it a mocktail, you probably could. Tina asks, am I reading cards today? I could attempt to read cards. It's a little difficult on live to do that. I am also, just a forewarning, a disclaimer. I am not a fortune teller. I'm not certified in any regard, but I am happy to pull a card for you if you would like. And you have a choice of many, many decks if you would like. So feel free to look if that's something you're interested in. I will try. We have a weird way of doing it on live just because it's via camera, but we can do our best. Okay, so I'll show you guys some more of these. We have the Traditional Cups cocktail, Ace of Earth cocktail. Oh my goodness, that looks perfect for right now. The Night of Life. I don't know where they got this cute little broomstick that looks like a pretzel stick, but I really like it. And unfortunately, so you could probably see actually now, my light keeps washing out a lot of these photos. The photos in here are really vibrant. They're fun, and they're not all washed out like my camera's making this out to be. The Fruit of the Vine, beautiful. So to break this down a little bit, not only do we have the card here, we do have like an upright and reversal meaning. So honestly, if you just pulled a card and you wanted to get just a basic overview of your card, you don't even have to go and dig through your tarot card guidebook. There's the guidebook right here. We have here your ingredients, basic instructions, etc., and why this drink was created for this card. All right, so Tina over on Facebook would like me to pull a card for her. So I'm going to try to do that for you. Thank you for allowing me to do that. I kind of feel like the herbal astrology book one was kind of calling to me a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I've not actually shuffled this or I kind of went through it a little bit today, but I haven't actually done any reading, so it's very, very fresh. And she wants me to ask if she did the right thing yesterday. So, that is a yes or no question, but we will do our best. And okay, I think I found something. All right, so chamomile. I'm just going to share it with you what it looks like. So it says chamomile, inner peace. So here is the book, and I'll just kind of read through what it says here, and hopefully it resonates with you. Let me see if I can find it. I think there's a number here. This will be good to know if you want this deck at all and see how it actually functions. So there is a number. It's not that hard to navigate, actually. So chamomile is page 34. Let's see what it says here about inner peace. It says peace, restoration, softness, purity, graceful power, inner peace, delight, and harmony. So it says, if you find yourself often triggered and consumed by small stresses, be aware that they accumulate, creating a chaotic or chronic state of disharmony and fear. Chamomile today is reminding you to not project your fears onto life and others. Allow yourself a state of internal peace and give yourself the greatest love imagined. Chamomile, like deer energy, like the animal, like a deer animal, instills a contained center of innocence, warmth, and light within us. Deer blesses us with the power of gentleness to heal our wounds and the heart mind of wounded beings. Don't push hard to, quote, do the work. It's the gentleness of spirit that heals all. I hope that helped you, Tina. I hope that kind of resonated with you in any way, and I hope that was of help to you. All right, so I'm going to move on. We did look through that Spirits of the Tarot, and we are going to move on to our next deck, which I've not gone through either. So this is the Anne Stokes. It's funny, now that I've seen Anne Stokes' name, she's everywhere. I saw her at the bookstore, not actually her, but I saw like a whole bunch of her books at the bookstore, and I was like, oh my God, who is this person? I've never even, before, I was never familiar with them. All right, so Anne Stokes, the Gothic Oracle. So here we go. Oh, Tina says, yes, perfect, thank you. Of course, no problem. Thank you for asking, and I hope your day is a little bit brighter, and definitely be more gentle on yourself. I think that's a good reminder for all of us. All right, so Anne Stokes, Gothic Oracle. You can see the cover here. It's all shiny and rainbowy. So it's funny that the Amazon listing has like two different colors on the wings. I think they're trying to illustrate that it does do this rainbow effect, and it actually kind of cracked me up. But it does have a great rainbow effect. Now you can see yourself. So this one's pretty new, and I've only gone through this on a shoppable video, so I really haven't actually done anything with it. So here we have beautiful red gilded lions. I think people are really getting into these shiny cards. I don't blame them. They're awesome. Here we have the front, and the actual book has the red too. I love it. Okay, so here is what the book looks like. Each page has a full color spread. Wow, generous. And this is all of her art. So she's a famous fantasy artist, like a big deal. So all of these cards are from her art. I just learned that. So here we go. Look at the back of these cards. These are super cool. And then here we have the actual card. So this is Soul Bond. Next we have Wheel of the Year. I really like this one, actually. This is really cool. Now that I know who this person is, I could probably recognize their art from a mile away. Trick or Treat. This is a cute little trick or treat dragon. I love it. Here is the Wish. So high fantasy, very gothic, like dark fantasy. The Truth. This is the Summoning. Ooh, this is a cool card. We also have the Blessing. This is the Summon the Reaper. Silverback. So lots and lots of dragons and beautiful, pretty ladies. Serpent Spell. Let's move on to some more. Ooh, Sailor's Ruin. I like that card. That one's cool. I'm a big mermaid fan. And Rose Fairy. So here is a little glimpse of the Anne Stokes Gothic Oracle. It's pretty cool. I am seeing somebody buy that Diablo tarot card deck. Maybe I should go through that one real fast since there is somebody clearly clicking on it and is interested. So let me do that one real fast because I'm seeing it over there. Let me put this one away real fast. So I love the Diablo or a tarot card deck, by the way. It's one of my favorites. But the thing is, I don't like it I like it as a decoration. I know that sounds terrible, but I'll explain why. Here's the Diablo tarot card deck. It is 10% off right now. It's pretty cool. These are huge. So we have a magnetized box here to keep everything safe. Here is the guidebook here. I have a few issues because it's Blizzard. And Blizzard should be able to afford very expensive things. So here is our guidebook. I'm trying to do this quickly because these are very dark images. Some I can't really show on Amazon, to be perfectly honest. I do like that every single card has an image on the side there. You can see we have an upright and reversal reading for each card. And we have a short snippet of what that looks like. And then we have a long form. So let me see if I could, yeah. So you can kind of see that. Short form, long form, short, long. All right. So let me break this deck down a bit. Oh, so these are massive. I mean, you can tell my hand is not that tiny, but this deck is huge. I'm so glad Stephen Farmer is no longer here with us. Okay. So here we have the deck. So I love the texture of the cards. They're very, very cool. It's all black, but you can see like the shine. So something that I don't like is these cards are super flimsy. But I think a part of it is because they wanted to give us a massive image. So personally, what I would do with these cards is I would actually maybe frame them. I might even like do your favorite 12. You can even adjust, like take certain ones out and change it out because these are beautifully illustrated cards. The thing is, they're just not really great for use. They're not great for shuffling. They bend a lot, probably because they're huge. And Blizzard has money. Like, for real. We all know this. All right, so here we have the Devil. I'll share with you guys some of these cards now, but I have to filter them out too. We have the Star. Diablo is also coming out with a new game. Diablo 4 is going to be coming out. I think actually the demo is going to be available, or the beta is going to be available actually in a few weeks. So I'm pumped for that. And we have a lot of the classic Diablo 2 characters. And I think most of these are Diablo 2 themed. You'll see here a lot of characters featured in the Diablo series, or players or monsters, etc., which is very cool. The Seven of Cups. So like I said, very dark themed. I can't show this one. Can I show this one? Yes. Because it's Diablo, so it's very dark themed. But I would honestly use a lot of these cards as a display just because they are so beautifully illustrated. I just don't know how well they function as a deck to shuffle and use in your practice. Maybe you can. If you can, that's awesome. And more power to you because these are cool. I love, like, the font is the Diablo font. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff. The cards are shiny and beautifully done. So anyway, so check this one out. Let me put this one away. This is the Diablo tarot card deck, and it is it's pretty cool. The casing is pretty cool too. So here is the guidebook, and let me move backwards to, we're going to talk about the Tarot of the Owls. We're going to take an evil break and go to cute little owls now because that's just what we do. All right, so this is actually a very large oracle deck as well. This is by Pamela Chen. It's kind of the same thing. We've got the magnetized box here. We've got a really nice I thought it was hardbound. It's not hardbound, but it's a very large guidebook. featuring full page photos of every single card. Plus, we have upright and reversal readings for these, and just kind of a brief description of the card itself and how you can use it in your practice and what it actually means generally for additional insight. So here is what the box inside looks like. This is a very bright and fun, beautiful coloration on these cards. They're very cool. So let's look at these. I thought with how large the box was, the cards themselves would also be massive, but they are not. So that's actually very nice. Okay, this is cute. We have the Four of Wands. This is a huge, this is very different than the Diablo deck, obviously. Five of Wands. Let me move on to some of the other ones. Oh, okay, so we have the Magician here. I'm dying a little bit, sorry. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. I might need to drink some more tea. 10 of Cups. How cute. So the illustrations are very, 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 very colorful. Oh my God, this one's cracking me up. He's so cute. Page of Swords. I love him. Okay, here we have the King of Cups. We even have... So all of the owls are hanging out in different environments that are appropriate to each suit. So all of the cups seem to revolve around the ocean, and swords is wintry because nobody likes to draw swords. Swords is terrible. Alan says, I have to run. Oh, Alan, well, thank you for stopping by. It was really awesome that you actually got to stop by this live stream, but I'll see you another time. You're always around, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a good day, too. I need to drink some tea. I'm going to die. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so here we have our Ace of Cups, cute little baby owl. Oh, Two of Cups. Look at these guys. Oh. Three of Cups. So if you love owls, or if you know anybody who totally digs owls, this is a great gift. I mean, it is a beautiful, beautiful deck. It's really fun. Eight of Wands. Okay, I'll do a few more of these. Oh, little lone owl over here. Oh. Oh my God, they're so cute. Here's the Two of Swords. Look at him. So elegant and stoic. All right. Oh, no, this one's stoic. I lied. The Emperor, perfect owl. Oh, my God. And the Hierophant. Okay, I can keep going. I love owls. I think they're really awesome. Okay, they're basically like cats with wings. They're cute. And they're kind of ornery, like cats. Have a will of their own, and they're adorable. Okay, so that is the Wisdom of the Owls by Pamela Chen. If you like owls, this is definitely the Oracle deck for you, featuring a lot of owl-themed cards, but also a lot of just words of wisdom in general. Okay, let's move on. We have here, oh, this one's an interesting deck. So this is the Oracle of the Wilder Ones. Let me see. There you are. This one's fun. I actually would probably not have, I ordinarily would not have picked this one up, but I'm so glad Carrie got this one because it is very cool. This is very up my alley because it's wild. So let's look at it. Here we have, this deck is cool. I don't know if you guys can see, there's a shine there. It is not silver. I'm noticing that my light is making it look silvery. It's actually more of a brass colored. So keep that in mind. It's very pretty. Ooh, and it's a lot larger. So I actually thought just this part was the deck. It's actually this whole thing. So keep that in mind. You see this floral embellishment all across there. Very cool. So this one's interesting. I have actually done a reading with this one, and it's very short and sweet. And there's a lot of interesting themes in this one, and I have to read it off to you because I've only done one reading with it. So there's a lot of hidden messages in each card. So not only are you looking at the words in the guidebook and on the cards themselves, but you're also looking at the image and seeing if you can see certain things that are popping out to you, if there's a certain direction a character is facing, if there's a lot of characters or if there's no characters. So you have to really think about the deck. And this book is tiny. It's not really meant to guide. I guess it's not really meant to tell you exactly. It's very loose is the best way to describe it. And I personally like that. So we have different symbols in this book. So they go over some things briefly. And it's just basically like, enjoy yourself. So for instance, if you get a card with a moon on it, it says like there's a new phase in your life. There might be illumination. There's ebb and flow, divine feminine, mystical energy. Or if you have a raven in your reading, there's prophecy, insight, connecting. So it's very, very, very loose. So let's look at the cards in more detail so you can kind of get a better gist of what I'm saying. So here is a card. You see there is no name associated with it, but it says here, success and gain through hard work. And there's a tiny little italicized quote here that says, I thrive in all aspects of life. So what is this card trying to tell you? What are some of the elements in here? Can you see secret messages that relate to you? So that's why I like this deck, because it's very loose, very fun, whimsical, and yeah, it's cool. So let's go through some more of these. We have this card. I'm not going to read every single text on here just because it's, yeah, I don't think that's how it's meant to be. Here's another cool card. My light is washing a lot of the vibrancy out. Keep that in mind. So what you see here is definitely a toned down version of the card. Here is a cute little rabbit. Oh, and we have a cute little kitty too. But you can see, like, this is a very kind of wild, fun deck. Here we have a cool wizard with like magical beasts in his beard. Here's a cauldron with some fun things flying in and out of it. So I'm noticing, just from an artistic perspective, this looks like it's done in a color pencil. So it's very light or pastel. So if this is kind of your, I guess, aesthetic, I do recommend it. It's really fun, beautiful deck with lots of really cool characters. I've not really seen a deck like this either. It's very distinct. So check it out. It's fun. I'll do a few more of these. Oh, no. Are you Stephen Farmer? Did you just come back as a different name? Rickety Cricket. God. Okay. Sorry, bud. Can't do that. All right. So one more deck, or one more. God, Rickety Cricket making my life miserable. Okay, so here we go. One more card. Beautiful. So I really like this one. I like that it is kind of more interpretive. So it's, you know, I have to be honest. Like, some of these guys, they do crack me up. Like, it doesn't bother me that much, but I just, like, it's hard because I'm trying to keep it professional, and it's just not within my nature. So I'm trying. But yes, thank you, Shauna. It's Monday. And I'm honestly, like, getting back into the groove of actually doing more of like these live streams versus trivia live streams is also kind of difficult. All right, so we're gonna move. Oh, I already did the Diablo deck. Okay, so I have, I think, one more cocktail book that is a witchy cocktail book. This one is actually Carrie's, and it just kind of slipped in my box. So let's look at it. We have this one's has a lot of beautiful photos in here. So this one's the Maiden. And and this one has a lot of ingredients and instructions and meaning to it. So in most of these ones in the Witch's Brew, in this particular cocktail book, this one is more magic oriented, whereas some of them are more just magic themed, if that makes sense, or witchy themed. So this one definitely feels more spiritual. If you're looking for a more spiritual cocktail, mocktail, beverage cookbook, this one is definitely worth the buy. So this one is called Cafeomancy. I like that. That's cute. And that's just the glass. I originally thought those were like little boba bubbles, but no. Here we have a scrying mirror. Just stunning. Oh no, I'm sorry. The mic is breaking up. I hope it gets fixed. Oh no. Is that a little better? Let me adjust it a little bit. Hopefully my internet isn't going to go out because, oh my God, my internet has been so bad lately too, Comcast. All right, we also have, this is a Lunations. And then moving on, we have, this is a Third Eye. Here we go. So it's really, really beautiful. There's a lot of really cool drinks in here, but it's very more spiritual. This one's more meant to be placed in your practice versus some other witchy ones just have a lot more witchy themed drinks. This one's definitely more like supposed to be spell work. So this is the Witch's Brew. This is 10% off, and I have a few. Oh my God. I have a lot of other things to do. Okay, so we have the Friday Collective candle. So I have one more candle I wanted to share with you guys. Let me put this book away. So the Friday Collective has kind of a more contemporary look to it. So we've got like this, it's glass, but it's kind of got that oil slick glaze around it. And the fragrances themselves are very different. So this one is, it's very aromatic, amber, but I really like this brand for some reason. I don't know why. It just, I don't know. When I think Starlust, I'm like, oh, I love stars, but I don't know. I just wanted to feature this. It's a more affordable candle, and it still uses some decent quality material. So I wanted to feature the Friday collection. This one, I can't remember where I found what the actual fragrances are, because I know some people are allergic to some things. I think I actually do need to stop my live stream because of family stuff. So I apologize, you guys. I'll make sure to do more of these tarot card live streams in the future. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you guys another day. And thank you so much, Sean and Alan and everybody who chatted with me today. Thank you.